Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to have in my foaling kit for when this baby comes. We're calling the baby Journey. Just so if you hear me say Journey, I'm referring to the baby. That's going to be the barn name, and in its registered name, Journey will be in there somewhere. We just have to submit several different name options, and hopefully they pick our favorite, but if not, still Journey will be the name. So with that out of the way, with the foaling. So this is my first time dealing with a new foal. So I have done a little research and I'm trying to prepare for what I'm going to need. So one of the things that I have in my kit is a heat lamp because, well, it's still winter. So I want to be prepared that if we need a little extra heat of some kind, since I don't have a big barn, we're not a fancy place, and wanted to be prepared with another option in case we needed it. So the other thing we got with that in mind is a full blanket. I will take a picture of some of these items later and have it up here so you can see what they look like. That way, if we have some cooler temperatures, we have, again, another option to help warm up the baby. I'm going to have some towels. I'm also having an enema. So I actually bought a human one right from Walmart. And so if the foal cannot poop well and get that meconium out, that can really cause problems. And so a lot of people will just give an enema just right off the bat. So that is my plan. I'm planning to just automatically, that's like a no-brainer. That's something that can't hurt them and it will only be helpful. And so I figure in an abundance of caution that we're just going to go ahead and give it to them. And I'll probably have a spare on hand as well. Because that's just something that's an easy fix. So we're going to have an enema ready, and that's something we'll give the foal almost right away, like very, very quickly after birth. Iodine. I need iodine to take care of the umbilical stump. And so you want it very, very clean so there's no infections. And so it just gives them a really good start. So once that breaks off, we'll dip the umbilical stump in iodine. Some people use a different chemical. That is the one that I chose. So you typically do it like maybe 3 or 4 times or 2 or 3 times over, a few hours. That first 12 hours or so. You're going to do it several different times. You're going to dip that umbilical stump into the iodine just to keep it clean. I bought a halter, a baby halter. We won't need that right away, but I plan to do a certain level of imprinting with this foal. And so I really want to have my hands on it, petting it, rubbing it, messing with its feet, hands on its ears, face, things, a positive experience right away with being handled from every area of its body. Nothing crazy. I'll probably put a halter on and off, just get that initial, really good first couple of experiences. And then I'll be messing with the foal every day, probably multiple times a day, to get them really, really used to people and really used to being handled. This is just normal part of life. It's normal. The other thing, let me think, that I have on my list for the foaling kit, gloves, some kind of lubricating jelly. That's something I still have to get. And I'm planning to have on hand, call it colostrum. Basically, an emergency case. If the baby needs a little extra support, you can give them a tube of colostrum. It's probably not super necessary, but I feel better with the fact that my vet, while he's there, if I need him, if this happens in the middle of the night, I might not be able to get hold of him as readily as I would like. So I want to have a few things on hand just in case. I've watched videos on complicated births, trying to be mentally prepared for if the baby's not coming out the right way. So I can call my vet immediately if I need help. If everything goes pretty textbook, I'll be fine. But I'm trying to be prepared for a possible situation that isn't completely normal, and so I can at the very least diagnose it and be like, hey, I need somebody to come help me with this. Because it can be a pretty timely, like you need somebody out quick. You need to know right off the bat if it's problematic or not. And so that is my plan. I got my vet's number ready. I've got, he knows when she's going to foal. He's got a good idea. I will give him a heads up if I think that she's going to go within the next 24 hours. You know, I'll say, hey, she's showing some signs. Just, you know, please make yourself accessible if I need you. So I talked to him about that, and he's on board, and we've got a couple plan Bs if something goes sideways, a couple other clinics to call or hospitals to call if there's really a problem that will have like the expensive like colostrum on hand and stuff like that. And so I feel pretty prepared. I feel like, you know, I'm as prepared as I can be at this point. She hits 320 days tomorrow. And so that means that she is safe to have her foal at that point. I do not expect her to go at, you know, the 320s. I'm expecting her to hit 340, maybe even go over. And so I expect mid-March, sometime in the middle of March, this baby will arrive. Now, we'll see. We could be surprised. So again, I'm trying to be ready. Hopefully we have warmer weather. And hopefully all of my supplies have arrived for my foaling kit, and we will be completely prepared. As we go, I'll give you more updates. We're going to do an update on her 320th day tomorrow. And so be looking for that, and we'll talk to you later.